jumping into Game 2 of the upper bracket finals in just a moment. This is VGJ Thunder's last chance to make it through to grand finals. They need to win this game and they need to win the next game. Can we see a reverse sweep?
They have another chance, you know, lower bracket chance if they lose.
A best of one chance.
Several best of one chances. Oh no,
they
win
get
bracket.
one. They get one.
No, you're right. So they have a couple chances. But this is the chance you want to take. You don't
Absolutely.
Want to drop that.
Now, looks like the draft is ready, so let's jump into it right now. This is going to be a hell of a series. Or actually, considering how EG played last game, it could also be a stomp. That's the scariest thing for VGJ Thunder. You don't want to end an event like that.
That was the closest game for EG by far. Every game up until that one was incredibly one-sided. VG Gaming had their moments. They had a really couple good fights. Legion was building up dual damage, so it looked like it was very competitive in that sense, but EG definitely kind of pulled away when it really mattered. I kind of just did EG things, outskilled them individually, outplayed them in several different ways as well. So.
And the scariest thing is that VGJ Thunder don't really get much information off that game one, because that wasn't. It feels weird calling it a typical EG, but the typical EG was the 3 cores that we've been seeing all tournament long. This time they did something different with the Tidehunter, and you know, whenever you see your game one, you're like, okay, well, what can we extract out of this? That we were like, okay, this was clearly a shortcoming of our draft, or clearly a shortcoming of our shot calling. That game, you just got sumailed.
Yeah, and even draft-wise, I think their draft was fine. They just had a couple heroes, particularly Medusa, get incredibly shut down. When a Medusa does 7.2k hero damage with a dataless Skadi, like those items, you're meant to be hitting heroes and doing damage, but EG just wouldn't allow it. And I don't think EG particularly had an outdraft at all. That Spectre build, and just as a hero, didn't feel like it was like a game-winning pick. It didn't feel like a game-losing pick, but it's definitely not a case like some of the previous EG wins where, yeah, they outdraft, outplayed, did everything right. It was, for me, a pretty even draft.
Yeah.
And Thunder going to be going for the Tusk yet again, denying that from Crit. Don't really want to give him his best hero. I feel like this is really their best chance. They ban the heroes, and they need to at least take one away from EG. But then again, how many heroes can you take away? You can't take away 5 heroes. Like, that would be a bit different.
VGJ Thunder seem terrified of this Chen, and we haven't seen it yet, but apparently there's just something very, very intimidating about it, because every single time they first phased it, like, I agree that it's probably in your best interest to target Crit first phase. If he goes for the Earth Spirit again, no, actually mix it up. So Earth Spirit wasn't banned, but they go for the Nyx Assassin instead as their secondary pick.
I wonder how much EG's just like, let's just do something a bit different. You have that wiggle room. You don't just necessarily want to keep picking the same exact draft game after game.
Or give it to the same people. Yeah. What if it's Nyx Assassin Sumail?
Sure. I think something that's important for EG with this tournament as a whole and being here is just getting that match practice with a new lineup. Figure out how Sumail as a potential offlaner is going to work with these other cores, how Misery is going to work as a captain. Like in previous days, EG, after they played their series, they immediately went and played scrims in the practice room. They're like, not even pubs. Like often that's generally what teams will do. Between matches, they warm up as pubs. They don't play as many scrims at event. EG was all about, let's play scrims. Let's get match practice.
Mainly because I think drafting is super important for them. And so like, you know, you play pubs, then like you get hero experience, but I don't think anyone on EG needs the hero experience, except maybe a handful of heroes for Sumail, assuming he ever commits to the offlane or not. Yeah. But other than that, like, Misery is just crushing it right now.
No, that's very true. Like every single draft that he's drafted, it's worked. The whole team can play it. And I think for a lot of captains, it would be a blessing to have such a team that's so versatile, can run practically everything, and for Misery to be able to utilize it so well, to pick the right heroes, to pick the right lineup, and just completely dismantle their opponent with their drafting. That's a completely different feeling. VG Thunder going to be picking up the Shadow Fiend. We haven't seen him at all today, so he'll be making his first appearance for the second day.
All right.
It's a different direction.
Silo does love his Shadow Fiend. Even back when he was playing the carry role, he would play like the safe lane Shadow Fiend and stuff. Freeze also loves his Shadow Fiend. I imagine we'll see Silo in the hero. Who knows what will come out from VGJ Thunder.
I think it'll depend on the mid lane matchup, which is, I mean, it's probably going to be Death Prophet, but
yeah,
I can't guarantee anything with this EG draft.
Well, Gods, you were saying earlier today that Shadow Fiend is I think it was you. You were saying that the Shadow Fiend is a good matchup versus the Death Prophet. Is it simply because you can nuke her down?
I don't think that was me saying it, but I'd agree with that. It wasn't me now. Yeah, I think it's pretty good. You got burst damage is typically what you want against Death Prophet, because obviously the ultimate, once it comes out, you either have to stop fighting or you need to kill Death Prophet very quickly. not let the Spirit Siphon heal sustain when you win a team fight. So that's where a Shadow Fiend type hero can be very good.
Yeah, and the laning phase also, like, Siphon is dangerous for a Death Prophet to keep linked up, because, like, you know, it's pretty obvious whenever Death Prophet wants to go for a Siphon, she'll start moving towards you. So you get an E raise then, gets a little bit closer, W raise, and then if she really wants to commit to it, Q raise.
It's nice because last game there was the Earth Spirit Death Prophet. I think this Earth Spirit Death Prophet, it's very risky picking the Shadow Fiend because of the roaming potential. Nyx, not quite as scary. You're going to see him walking in to throw an Impale at you if it's a 4-position roaming Nyx.
Well, we did see Sumail play a position 3 Nyx.
Yep.
So, e.g., they're still keeping their options open just because of their hero pool. Clockwork is going to be banned out here, but Evil Geniuses don't want to be giving those cogs. Although, do you think VGJ would have actually picked up the Clockwork in this match? They already have the Tusk.
Possible with offlane Clock.
Yeah, and you did mention earlier how, like, oh, you know, why isn't Clockwork getting picked up that much? And it's because he's usually picked as a 4 position these days, not in his offlane, and Tusk is already fulfilling that role.
Tiny also banned out by VGJ Thunder. Not really revealing anything with these lineups, so both teams keeping their cards under the table.
Yep, seen a bit of Tiny play from EG. Fear played it one game, and again, lane winners, you can run these tri-core type lineups. Tiny's great for it. Doesn't necessarily need help. If he gets a 1v1 matchup, he does fine. That's kind of been EG's motif with a lot of their drafts.
And Thunder keeps, like, much in game 1. They continue targeting cores. They don't seem too concerned. I mean, like, Misery, he was getting pretty memed on in game 1. He was just constantly feeding duel victories, and you know, he had a few movements, but like Chaotic Offering wasn't necessarily like game winning at any point.
No, and as much as we've seen a tendency to go to the Warlock as his most played 5, I think you're much better off banning these cores that are hard to deal with.
Yeah.
They seem much more problematic right now.
So EG just going across the usual day of Dota, just banning whatever they feel like. Banning the Jug this time. Haven't seen him at all today.
Possibly suggesting Nyx may want to go offlane, but who knows? You know, it could be like mind games.
I think anything is a mind game from EG.
Dude, what could do?
I mean, Fury like said at the end of their first BO3, yeah,
Sumail's back to mid. Biggest Jupade ever.
Yeah.
VGJ Thunder got that translator and was like, what did he say in his interview? It's like, Sumail's back to mid? Oh, okay. Lies.
Yeah. We wish we knew. Still waiting for this final ban here for VGJ Thunder. About 30 seconds left on the clock. This is a really long time to decide what you're going to be banning.
Yep, they're probably also thinking ahead about what they want to pick, since what they want to pick in the future could determine what they need to ban to protect that.
Oh, okay, so they do target Misery. Ban out a Warlock.
Okay.
He did play really good Warlock, though. I've seen him. He's played it twice today.
He's a very consistent Warlock, that's for sure. Like, I never... Misery will always, like, be useful at any point in the game, and, like, that's part of that is by virtue of Warlocks, but, like, I've seen plenty of Warlocks just not have a role at all, but...
Are you sure you're watching the right games?
Why?
There's a difference between pub games and comp games.
I mean, the drafting seems just as schizophrenic in pub games, except EG actually makes it work. Whenever they pick 3 cores, whenever they have a top farming Tidehunter, that's usually a bad sign in my pubs.
And then their 5-position, like Misery Coddle or Warlock has Midas or is jungling. What will be greedy?
Just another day in the office at Evil Geniuses.
All right, here we go. Dazzle going to be secured by Evil Geniuses. I want to say this might also be a deny pick for VGJ because, again, AO is a really good Dazzle player.
Dazzle, Death Prophet was the duo that VGJ used, so really good synergy. Bit of a deny pick. I always feel like if you're going to third pick a hero, you're not doing it as a deny pick because you could have just banned it.
Going for the AA again for VGJ. So it seems like they're sticking to their guns. They really want this AA to work. It did kind of work last game, but what altercations do they need to make this AA work better?
I don't think the AA was a problem. I guess I don't think they need to make the AA work better. I think it worked fine. I think it's the rest of their draft that needs to perform better, I guess, in a sense, pick-wise.
Yeah, if you pick AA third, which I believe they picked it third last time, like we had suggested that you need combo potential, and Shadow Fiend doesn't have any stuns, doesn't really have any slows unless you want to blow Requiem, Tusk. It's not long enough slow. Maybe with Ice Shards you force them to walk back around, but...
They had the Dragon Knight, which in theory is going to work well enough.
And DK hasn't been banned yet.
Not sure. DK versus Terrorblade is pretty good matchup, actually. Not that necessarily it's going to be the lane matchup, but the damage reduction against him and all his illusions, as well as just a hero that doesn't get burst down by the physical damage too badly.
Yeah.
Alternatively, you get the hard Tinker counters. Not bad, but that is a hero that does pretty well.
Different.
Very annoying to deal with.
He will be going up against a Nyx Assassin. That's the only thing to consider here if you're a Bat Rider.
Absolutely. I guess they really value having a guaranteed initiation set up the Ice Blast, of course, among other things. And this is something, normally if someone gets lassoed, you've got a Grave to bail them. If you Grave a Death Prophet or a TB, not only does it save them, but then they can then heal themselves up so they don't die when the Grave ends. Well, Ice Blast is going to negate that. So I think this works pretty well for VGJ Thunder.
Does the DK still fit into VGJ's lineup, or do we need to go for something a little bit more different? Just because this is not a scaling offlane on the side of VGJ. It's more of a utility-based offlane.
You can go different, but it needs to be tanky. And Evil Geniuses recognize that ban out CK.
Yeah, I think a Wraith King's a hero we saw them pick earlier, which could be decent. I'm a big fan of Wraith King, especially paired with a scaling mid like Shadow Fiend. That's, to me, like one of the best mids to run Wraith King with.
And especially against heroes that kind of like, they're on clocks, like Exorcism, you know, it's on a clock. Metamorphosis is on a clock. You have to burn through all this HP once through a Wraith King reincarnation. You have to deal it again.
Yeah.
Tidehunter going to be banned out for VGJ. Bit worried about Sumail's Tidehunter yet again.
I have no idea what these EG lanes are.
I mean, EG could run Nyx offlane or put Nyx on Sumail and then get a hero that roams better than Nyx. Like get the Earth Spirit if they want for crit. But the fact they pick it first too means they probably were more looking at it as a 4.
Would you maybe expect VGJ to go for an aggressive safe lane? Maybe they can go for a chilling touch gank?
That's so greedy. Your SF is so squishy. He needs protection. You can't really dedicate an entire lane to him.
Luna. We saw this
Aura
against
strat?
Spirit. Aura strat, very, like, another just scaling carry. They want to basically have better late game, it seems like this time. That's an NA pick.
That's an anti-Bat Rider pick.
Too.
It's a
And
Sumail
Sumail,
Abaddon.
okay, yeah, sure, why not?
So how does an
So,
Abaddon...
Mask of Madness, probably.
Midas, Radiance, you know, there we go. One position
usual.
Abaddon. Yeah.
Okay, I was going to talk about the Abaddon, but I'm pretty sure everyone wants to watch the game. I want to hear your predictions for this matchup. Is it going to be 2-0 EG, or do we go to a third game?
It's a better draft from VGJ. I'm not really a big fan of the Luna pick. I think that these heroes you're going to see a lot of deaths on VGJ, but it's going to be up to Misery's Dazzle. If Dazzle has a great game, then Evil Geniuses are going to make this look easy. If Misery struggles and he gets lassoed a lot and stuff like that, then you're going to look at this EG draft and be like, oh, so that's how you beat them.
Gods?
EG, 2-0. I think draft-wise, I think similar to last game, it's not a draft win for either team, but I think EG's coming in as favorites. Looks like the better team. So yeah, 2-0.
2-0? 2-0 across the board.
2-0.
Not going to take it back?
I'm not going to take it back.
No?
I'm committing.
The beard is correct. All right, we're going to head on over to the casters right now. It's going to be our Lel pair, Lyrical and Lacoste. Take it away.
Thank you very much, Danny. Lacoste, LNL, it's a wonderful little combination of names that we got right there. Did you just fist bump yourself?
Yeah, I was waiting for a second.
I can help you with that. There we go. We got that going. But yeah, game number 2 right around the corner. It's EG versus VGJ Thunder. You know, it all comes down to this for VGJ Thunder because you don't want to have to play through the best of ones in the lower bracket. These teams have already secured themselves top 3, but you know, with one game away.
You don't want to play TNC? Seems like they want to play. They have maybe less games. They only need to win 3 games to get to the finals.
That's true. Definitely true. We do have a little bit of a pause right now. ROTK letting his team know what they need to do. They said that there were some mic issues that were going on and things
That's a lie.
Okay, things that needed to be resolved. Obviously, ROTK definitely a big force, but EG guys, they're looking calm, cool, and collected. They're hanging out. Yeah, there's definitely some mic issues going on right there.
There is a EG crit with Meme Hammer queued up already.
Oh,
It's
really?
his first item, Meme Hammer.
He definitely can make that happen if he wants to. You know, it's interesting because we have seen that item come around a little bit more often. But I want to hear your thoughts and your feelings because we did have the ABBA last pick. It's a little bit different, right?
Yeah, the panel talked about that it's pretty much an equal draft. I'll say EG has an upper hand. I love their draft more, the team fight. Plus, when they knock on your door with the Terrorblade and DP ulti.
Yeah.
Also, picking Batrider into Nyx Assassin is also quite suicidal.
No, definitely, and that's the problem.
Yeah,
as we are into the game.
When we're talking about suicidal, you know what else is?
What's that?
It's a Luna pick into Terrorblade, the reflection from Terrorblade. Once he gets to level 20, if he gets minus 10-second reflection, he almost, well, he doesn't kill Luna, but the more items she has, the more damage she deals to herself. So
yeah, definitely. That's the.
You can take her down to 40, maybe 50% HP with just one reflection.
Well, and not only that, but hitting the rest of the heroes as well that are going on your team. That's a lot of damage with those glaives, depending upon how that game works out. But Yang going to be playing on the Batrider this time around, but we've got the Shadow Fiend without a Clockwork. How do you feel like SFs do nowadays if they don't have that little addition of the damage from the souls of the Clockwork cogs?
They're still fine, especially against the DP. DP Tusk, I mean, Tusk and Shadow Fiend is super powerful combo. It's pretty much guaranteed the 3 rays.
Yeah.
That Prophet is one of the heroes that really does not care too much about position 4 rotating on mid. Shit did care when there were 3 heroes in the previous game, but with just Tusk rotating this game, it's gonna be, I think, easy kill on DP.
So you don't think that the Ancient Apparition is going to be moving around all that much? You think that this game he's going to be more stuck in one particular lane?
Yeah, okay, so they're swapping the lane. They're putting Sumail on a top lane against, what do they have? So they read the lanes well on the side of VGJ.
Yeah.
It's gonna be Luna and Tusk, AA on, oh, AA needs to help Shadow Fiend.
Yeah, giving them that chilling touch right at the start. Wants to get a good bit of CS for himself.
Yeah, it's not a Clockwork, but it's still 3 extra souls from chilling touch, extra damage. Should be it.
Yeah. Oh,
maybe not.
There. Yeah, a little
maybe
bit
not.
tough. All right, we'll go back in the lab, practice it up a little bit more. Top lane, though, like you said, Sumail against Sylar with Fade in tow hanging out around this area. I mean, does Sumail need to be worried at all about getting, well, maybe he does need to worry about. He's got himself an Orthotic Shield again in another second, waiting, maybe trying to bait them into it. And he does have a salve to keep him back up tops afterwards.
Yeah, they have a super good kill potential, especially when Tusk hits level 2. He's almost level 2.
Speaking of almost level 2, his first blood happens mid lane.
It's a solo kill from Shadow Fiend.
That is not supposed to happen, I don't think, right?
Nope. Misery overextended. That's 3 souls for Shadow Fiend.
Back mid yet again, they find the catch onto Fear with the ice shards, and then back out yet again. And it's top lane, more action onto Sumail as they're bringing him down very low. No more salve this time. EG kind of getting bullied around with the exception of that mid lane.
Yeah, they're winning bottom lane. Oh, Luna.
Going in. Sumail trying to take this one down, but
outplayed. He tried to deny himself.
Well, Luna knew what was up and does not
mid lane as well.
Make it
Fear
happen.
and problems. No mana for Snowball. Do we have a clarity? No.
Nah, they're running away. Does not want to get caught there.
Well, Nyx Assassin won the bottom lane for TB. With mana burn, Batrider has no mana left, so Terrorblade does not feel threatened. He can't use the Firefly. Maybe one of the things he can do is get a Mango.
Misery in some trouble. Sylar moving forward for this one. They want to try and take him down. Does not have Grave for another 30 seconds, and that AO will be able to find the kill. So this Luna AA Blast, it's a nice little combo here as Crit's looking for a setup onto the Shadow Fiend in the mid lane. They're able to find the hit. Now Fear moving forward as well. Slowed down, body blocks are there. Kama, nowhere left to go. They're fully blocking this guy in. Crit, giving him nothing.
Wow, what a body block. Seems like my old friend Rasmus is forgetting that he's level 2 Dazzle, playing so aggressively.
I mean, he got the bounty rune at the very least, but he definitely got punished a little bit earlier. Oh. Even though he had that death, Sumail has quietly gotten up to level 4 already.
Yeah, sometimes you need to die to get levels. That was not necessarily a death, especially the kill he could have denied himself. Would still be good for him. But once he gets to level 6, it's gonna be hard to take him down.
Yeah. Crit, no mana right now for a stun at all. trying to still build into his next couple of items as he'll be able to force away Yang. And so far, it's VGJ Thunder not looking too bad in this one. Sylar going forward now onto Sumail. They do have the Aphotic Shield, still trying to turn this one back around. They get the Grave off, and now trying to kill off Sylar. Not going to end up happening. In fact, Sumail might be able to get out of this one. He still has that salve working, and now maybe looking for a bit more. He ended up getting it canceled there from the right click, but can still walk forward and maybe deal some damage to Fade.
They
Fade
have another
trying
snowball.
to run away. In some trouble. Sumail, has he gone too far? The snowball forward, it's gonna connect the slowdown, but they turn it back around yet again. He gets one kill before he falls, and now Misery trying to run. No more mana left in the tank. Does have a TP scroll, but with no more money.
Oh, he's gonna have mana for Lucent Beam.
There it is, trying to get the kill. Misery walking away, but a double for Sylar.
That's a lot of gold in pockets for Sylar already. Sitting on 3 kills mid.
Fear, moving forward, does not want to get hit by that third raise right now. Kama still getting hit underneath the tower. Crypt Swarm as well, they able to get him. Nice play there. The Fairy Fire.
But when you're playing against Shadowfin, then he already used those 2 raises. You want to be in close to him as much as you can. So that's gonna be 4-man shower, 4-man shrine.
Yeah, coming up right now at that 5-minute mark. They'll have access to it. 6-2 already. VGJ off to a hot start. If you're EG right now, is there any type of change-up that you can make at all, or are you kind of stuck with these lanes?
They're making a move on bottom.
Oh, there it is. Yang falling down and getting killed. Arteezy picks it up. Top lane.
They should be able to pressure the tower now.
Sumail gonna get ran at again and ends up falling. Dominating for Sylar already. He's having a great game.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Yeah, Luna is gonna get out of control this game. They need the Nyx Assassin. Nyx Assassin is actually a pretty high level. Yeah. Wow.
Oh, man.
This is why I said the Batrider is a suicidal pick against Nyx Assassin. It's only level 1 carapace. They have a catapult, so they're gonna pressure this tower a lot. Batrider already TP'd bottom, so it means he won't be able to come bottom.
Sumail at least is also going to be able to hold on to this tier 1 tower in the top lane also. There was a lot of heroes up top, but no real great way to make the pressure happen. So as you said, tower taking a lot of damage, Arteezy falling low, but not really in too much of danger since nobody's in his lane.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Maybe up top, we might see a cutting of the creep wave. Sylar's going to pull this one past.
Oh, Arteezy should be careful on the bottom lane. They have a snowball.
Oh,
Thunder is ready.
In some trouble. They managed to find the kill before Thunder comes out. Crit throws out the Impale, but he's going to end up being ran down also. So 2 kills going the way of VGJ Thunder. VG struggling for answers.
Radiant's bottom tower.
And they denied the tower.
Yeah.
That's 2 big kills for VGJ plus denied the tower. Sumail needs to get to level 6.
I mean, they do have Misery in his lane now, wanting to help him out, realizing the danger that you get from this Luna and all the right clicks that were coming through. As down by the bounty runes, Fade and Crit facing off. They've still got Arteezy in the area. Yang pops his ulti. Like we said, they have the Spike Carapace if he wants to use it in a second to try and get away, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Crit was always going to die.
Baron getting close to that level 6, which he needs. Luna is level 6 already. Does she have a... No, she does not have a quarterstaff. It's just a mask queued up.
Maybe moving forward again onto Sumail here if he's not careful, or maybe Sylar's the one that's in a little bit of trouble. Misery gets the poison touch onto him, going to be able to reapply that one with the right clicks.
Misery was saving a point for a poison touch. I guess they thought they could get a kill, but the poison touch is now pretty irrelevant.
Yeah. Yang cutting the creep wave here, forcing back both the Terrorblade and the Nyx Assassin. As mid lane, they're moving in. Catch Fear yet again. Triple raise finds the kill.
Tusk and the Shadowfiend is such a deadly combo. Usually when you see a Shadowfiend, you want to have Tusk on the other side because he threatens Shadowfiend so much. With just one spell, it's enough.
Yeah. Sumail is level 6 now. Hasn't skilled his ulti yet. hanging on to it for now, but the snowball in, he might need to at the moment, and brought down low. He finally gets it out, but they're leaving him alone for a second, and now the Shadow Fiend chasing Sumail, nowhere left to go, is gonna fall Sylar again, just punishing Sumail.
They need to put the Exorcism on a mid tower. Yeah, that's exactly what they're doing. They need to make something happen, especially, or they could move Terrorblade. Terrorblade's going for Battle Fury.
Oh my God. All right, Terrorblade Battle Fury, it's all happening.
So right down 2018 January, you can go Battle Fury on any melee hero.
Eclipse out, Misery is dead. They find the kill onto Fear as well. Walrus punches him out of the game. And they're definitely going to need a hell of a lot of farm on that Terrorblade because nobody else is really doing anything for EG.
Yeah, but do you really need a Battle Fury on a Terrorblade? You're already farming Forest with Illusions and the lane with the hero.
I mean, it's what happens.
I mean, he can still turn it into
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Hurricane Pike. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. That's an item. I mean, it's tough to tell and know what actually is needed because right now, I mean, you look at the levels even, just everybody right here on EG is pretty much below the Tusk, with the exception of the Terrorblade. And I don't know, 10 minutes in, it's feeling rather rough. 4,000 net worth lead, 14-4.
Well, that's VGJ Thunder right there. They're either hit or miss. They might look like the best team in the world, or they can look like you can win against them in 20 minutes.
Well, this game's certainly looking like the former rather than the latter, as Terrorblade gonna keep farming out the jungle, wants to keep these lanes pushed out. He's still pretty far away from Battle Fury, and sort of like we were talking about last game, it's a hero that can get punished with a lot of magical damage and not a hell heck of a lot of HP.
The drums feel so good as an item. One's picked up on a Shadow Fiend, one on Batrider, also Abaddon going for one. The move speed and the stats you get is, and it's easy to make. That's the thing.
Right. Yeah, and it helps you throughout the whole laning stage, everything. But again, the movement now. There was a smoke broken by Fade. Yang is there, no Blink Dagger yet. As you said, he went for that drums build early on. But they won't be able to connect with at least the first rotation. And Misery's sitting behind Sumail. I don't think that they're going to be able to kill this Abaddon off, although he is tanking a lot of damage. Top lane, maybe? They do have Fear alone up top here. And he's gonna move in, they spot him out, Fear needs to run now, in some trouble, has the phase boots and can try and TP away, but with the lasso being held, it could be pretty tough, and well, they're just gonna be able to take down the mid laner. Death Prophet never stood a chance. They are dismantling EG right now.
Oh, if EG wants to win this one, they need to take it late game, or they need to try to fight with meta and the DP ulti, try to take the mid tower. It's not low, but they need to make something happen.
Yeah, it feels like one of those games where if the status quo keeps on going, it's going to be a huge problem. Terrorblade does have the Perseverance done now and getting towards that Battle Fury, but are you going to be able to have enough space to allow that to kick in as Sumail gets his ulti triggered and now has to just run away?
Terrorblade feels so squishy with no stats items.
No. Just 840 HP right now, and not going to get changed in the slightest in the near future. Yang moving through the woods now. He does spot out Sumail, going to be able to see him, and well, they're thinking about it. Shards are available. They're going to block him in for the moment. Walrus punch and maybe a pullback. Yeah, they're pulling him back in. Ice Blast is out. Sumail going to drop. It's not the worst kill in the world, but VGJ Thunder are just having their way with EG.
They are already 6k gold ahead.
Yeah, this is a spanking.
It's looking really rough for EG right now. They have a DP with Arcane Rune, so Exorcism is going to be online again soon.
The Courier goes down, crit, going to make that happen. Now TP away. He gets out, that's not bad. And they take down the tier 2 tower.
Yeah, that's exactly what they needed to do. Just put the DP and Terrorblade on one lane.
Well, Lacoste, they've been able to salvage something, and now it's down to a 4,000 network lead. With the Exorcism Dow, is there anything else that they can do, or do they just need to basically play keep away at this point?
They don't want to rush anything, especially since meta is down. They should just play around the meta. They have a good vision in enemy forest.
Yeah. Battle Fury about to be online if they want to fully commit to that right now, although for the moment it looks like they just want to farm out the camps first.
Meteor Hammer is a really good item. It's underused, especially for the no it really is, especially for those situations where you're pushing. So he's gonna go when they use DP ulti and Terrorblade meta. He just uses Meteor Hammer on a tower, and it's gonna go down so quickly.
RTZ, Thunder gets it off. Nicely played there. That's gonna keep him alive, but just by the skin of his teeth.
Yeah, Battle Fury is finished. Another 1,000 gold.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
He's got some farm on him, but with just Tread's Battle Fury, this is going to need to be a ton of farm and a long, long road to climb to get back up towards relevance, because
it's a good timing on that Battle Fury, but he has no HP whatsoever. Even though he has Dazzle behind him and a Baton, so he can be kind of a frontliner.
Yeah, that's definitely the problem. But they're doing a good job of dodging away. None of the tier 2 towers have dropped yet for EG. VGJ Thunder have also been able to hold on to most of their tier 1s as well. The tier 2 ended up going down their bottom, and as you pointed out, Meteor Hammer done on crit. It's time to party.
All right, let's see what it can do.
Everybody's getting in on the action. Sylar ends up taking down Misery in the bottom lane. Another quick and easy kill. And I don't know if VGJ Thunder care at all.
Yeah, this is secured tier 2. They might even want to... EG does not have enough time to actually reach tier 2 tower on top. DP has no mana whatsoever.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but they have a meme hammer.
That's true, it's happening. And
look at the animation.
Oh, it's coming down. The rocks are falling.
They should use the glyph.
All right, yeah, they did it. Nicely done. We got a lot of pings of the Meteor Hammer between the casters. Everybody very excited about this item. So Dragonlance, Mask of Madness done for Sylar right now on this Luna.
Yeah, it's almost a full Hurricane Pike once he disassembles Aquila.
How scared are you right now if you're EG? Are you shaking in your boots?
Well, for the past 5 minutes, the network lead pretty much stays the same, around 5k. They just need more time, especially with the build that Terrorblade decided to go for.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if they lose all tier 2 towers. Right now, they just need to play around the Rosh. If they go for Rosh, they need to contest it.
Fade walking forward. RTZ, the easiest kill in the world, as he's stuck there in the trees, and 2 raises will be more than enough. They find the kill, now looking for more. They're going to pull back in the other one, as it's going to be a dead Death Prophet. You lose both of your cores in a matter of seconds.
Now you can just call her Death Prophet.
Dead Prophet?
Yeah.
Death, that's the one. Oh, lordy. 17 minutes in, 5,000.
Oh, meme hammer on a mid tower from a fog.
Nice. Doesn't really do all that much, though.
Well, you can easily cut the waves with it as well.
Okay.
He's going to keep doing it.
He's thinking about it. It's a long cooldown.
Yeah. That tower's going to die once he uses it again.
All right. Has fallen.
We'll wait and see how it goes. But in the meantime, VGJ
In the meantime,
a bigger fish to fry right now for VGJ. And let's see if the tower falls. Coming off cooldown.
he's going to need to hit it, I think, once. Because I didn't do the quick math.
Well, there it goes. Wow.
Yeah,
31.
2 hits.
Well, they got the mid-tier 1 tower, but in the meantime, VGJ Thunder, they take down the tier 2 top and farm out the jungle as well. This is looking like a really, really hard game for EG to get back into it, but if there is a path back into this for them, what does that look like?
They have a good Rosh lineup, and in the pit, if they use Weave on a couple of heroes plus a DP ulti, that's gonna deal a lot of damage. So that's the fight they're looking for. They just need to keep an eye on Rosh.
Okay. Misery is out there in
Oh,
front
pops
of
the
him.
smoke.
Nicely
Gets
done.
dusted though. Still worth it.
He will escape from that one, and well, maybe even Grave TP out of there. They don't have a way to. Oh, he got stunned. Cold Feet procs his way there by the Iceman.
It's still worth it. A lot of time just providing a lot of info for his team where the enemy heroes are, and pops the smoke.
Yeah.
They don't have any smokes left on the side of VGJ.
20-4 and 7,000 net worth lead with an exceptional amount of experience as well into the favor of VGJ Thunder. EG struggling to find an answer here, and it needs to be around those ulti timings like you were talking about, but honestly, you look at this DP, it's just a Yule Scepter at this point.
It feels underwhelming. 1-5-0.
Yeah. You did mention earlier, though, the reflection onto the Luna maybe being an avenue to make this work as Rosh is starting to fall.
Yeah, I mean, it's a level 3 reflection at the moment, and he's nowhere near level 20, so that's gonna take time.
All right,
they want to take this fight.
Said, oh, great snowball, get him away. The Ice Blast comes out as well. It's going to connect on the 3. Sumail just trying to run, but he can't regen at all. They do manage to hit a Spike Carapace, but at Sumail getting turned back around again. The Meteor Hammer comes out. A really good Sunder, though, maybe able to turn it. Almost taking down the SF, but he is going to live. Sumail just barely alive as well. Somehow, EG salvaged that fight.
If EG managed to take down Shadowfin, the Aegis from him, it would have been worth it so much.
I mean, we've been talking a lot about the struggles here, but RTZ just finished off a Manta.
He's super farmed, considering how the other in his team are doing.
Right.
I mean, it affects you as well. If you lose mid and top lane, you as a Terrorblade can't contribute that much.
Yeah, needing to keep those lanes pushed out constantly. You see the illusions putting the pressure on, while the rest of the team is going to try and make something happen around the rest of the map. They got to make some space. And on the other side for VGJ Thunder, how do they sort of put the clamps on this? What's your next play now as VGJ Thunder?
They should try to even force mid. They have SNY plus a BKB on Shadowfin, and still have Aegis on him. So they should try to take a fight. They know Exorcism is down.
Yang has the BKB queued up. This has sometimes been a problem for VGJ Thunder, is closing out games with very heavy leads. And looks like the Shadow Fiends moves in, not going to be able to find any of those kills, and VGJ Thunder now going to push through the bottom lane.
Yeah, a Baron finished Solar Crest. That's a really item that has fallen off so much. Feels like there's always a better choice than buying a Solar Crest, except in certain situations. It synergizes well with the DP ulti, Meme Hammer on top tower.
Oh yeah.
You gotta hype it up, man, every time he uses it.
The Meteor Hammer coming down. Yeah, it's great. And look at this, the illusion comes in as well, so they're able to probably come close to taking down that tier 2 tower, and VGJ Thunder just kind of being pulled all around the map.
Radiant's top tower.
Yeah, EG is doing a great job split pushing, even though they do not have the best vision. They have one ward only on their side of the map.
Oh no, Sylar, he's moving out all alone right now. They're gonna be able to find him. There's the initiation that comes out. Can they get any more though? The AA Blast, it's not gonna connect onto everybody, but in the meantime, Eclipse comes out, Walrus Punch as well. They're trying to chase back these heroes. Fear is being brought down so low. They find that kill as well, and 3 are dead. My goodness.
They do not have enough damage. If they don't pop Exorcism or have Terrorblade, they can't kill hero, especially Luna.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a Manta style plus Hurricane Pike. A lot of escape mechanism.
Definitely. It's so hard to get those kills without those ultimates. And now with 28 seconds on the sideline, VGJ Thunder, they're ready to start pushing this out again. RTZ is not near enough to a BKB. But he is cutting the creep wave a little bit with these illusions, slowing down the push to the best of his ability.
They still have around 2 minutes on that Aegis.
Well, Crit trying to run away. Gets hit with the cold feet, will back out now. And the VGJ Thunder waiting for their next creep wave.
Tusk picked up GPM talent. I had a discussion with a couple of players. Why do they go for XP gain talent? Usually you want to have that position 4 hero that can shove out the waves fast. So he wants to get to that level 15, especially with a second tome, so he can push the waves, the side waves, with the extra snowball damage. With just the shards and snowball, he clears the whole wave. But the gold per minute gives you a better item, something like a Blank Dagger this game.
Yeah, and I guess it also
valuable.
It means you don't have to take farm away from your carries too.
Yeah. This is a really good Spirit Vessel game. I hope Tusk goes for it to reduce the healing coming out from Dead Prophet, Dazzle, and Abaddon.
Definitely. Well, EG again all grouped up inside their base and just looking to defend at this stage. They're so close to a BKB on Arteezy actually, only 25 gold away. And they might need to second before he's going to sell an item, picks up his BKB now. He actually sold his wand and now they're walking back in yet again.
Whoa.
Meteor Hammer connected on the 2, not often you see that.
Aegis is gone. Instant smoke. The EG knows about the Rosh timer, so they want to surprise them.
Oh, this could be big if they could find one of them, but VGJ Thunder taking a different route outside of their base and outside of their side of the map. Maybe they can find somebody that's farming away in the jungle here, or as they get their bearings back to the base. It's a long smoke. Crit has Meteor Hammer back up, still under the cover of that Vendetta. And they are walking in towards the shrine. This is a dangerous place to fight right now. VGJ Thunder feeling like they have an idea of what's going on. They drop down a ward up on the high ground, and
yeah, the smoke ran out, so they could actually see them passing here. Not everyone was on high ground, and they're also going to devour that.
Yeah. Well, they ping out, like you said, that there is a ward that's up there on the high ground. They're going to take it away immediately. The gem on Batrider doing work in that regard, and EG still in a very rough spot at this point in the game. 26 minutes in, still only 5 kills to the 24 of VGJ Thunder. And an Aghanim Scepter is done for the Shadow Fiend.
I've seen a couple of Shadow Fiends going for 3rd/4 item.
Wait a minute,
Scepter.
wait a minute. Impale only connects onto 1, but it's a good one at that. The Ice Blast connects onto 4, but they did blow up that Batrider. They don't have any follow-up to this. Batrider is dead for 50 seconds.
Oh, Batrider had a gem. Did they pick it up?
Radiant's middle
Yeah, they
tower
did.
is
And
so-
Ink Assassin has it. That's huge.
My goodness. Well, after a very immaculate play from VGJ Thunder, a little bit of a misstep there, and they get punished.
So it means Nyx Assassin's gonna have an easier time. Batrider finished 4-step. I thought he's gonna go for a BKB, especially when he plays against Nyx Assassin. You usually swap those 2 items.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to get stunned by Carapace.
Well, we'll see. EG hoping that VGJ Thunder make the same mistake again, but they are not walking up that hill. And while this is all happening, Arteezy quietly getting more and more farms. 2,000 gold on top of that BKB.
Yeah, that Battle Fury is paying off right now. Getting close to level 20, which they need. What's the downtime? I think 6-second downtime if he decides to go for a Reflection talent.
Yeah, I mean, the stats aren't bad either.
Yeah, I mean, as game drags by, on the side of VGJ, you have 2 supports who have GPM talents. That's an extra 1,500 gold for 10 minutes.
Yeah. Well, and Fear picking up these little items along the way just to make him stay survivable in this. He's still almost half the GPM right now of the Shadow Fiend. You take a look at this, in that top core 3 heroes just inhabited by VGJ Thunder, and a large separation between the rest of them. As Sylar is going to move forward, does spot out Crit and Sumail. Extra night vision helping out the Luna here. They can't get into range.
Yeah, that Aghanim Scepter is going to actually deal a lot of damage to Terrorblade Illusions. I guess that's what they want to have, more AoE clear.
Oh, Arteezy
Are scanned.
all alone in the jungle, but sends out the Manta style, and now they back out again. So another gank dodged, and like we were talking about, VGJ Thunder needing to find a way to close this game out. Maybe that second Rosh is going to be what they're looking for.
Yeah, I love what EG has queued up on 2 heroes, on Abaddon and the Nyx Assassin. They have Eon Disc, so it's like a double ulti on Abaddon. It's an anti-Batrider item.
Oh yeah.
Because usually you start a fight with a Bat, Blink Lasso. You're pretty much full HP for that, and it's only gonna come for the pick-off or just a big team fight, so it's worth having it. And it doesn't trigger on creep damage.
The ping comes out towards mid. Crit gonna find Fade. Impale is there. Meteor Hammer to follow. Long duration stun, but the snowball means it's a little bit too tough. They get out of Spike Carapace, but Crit's just gone. Ends up falling. Sumail also maybe in a little bit of trouble. They have shards off cooldown. In 1 second, they've caught themselves Sumail. He is going to drop most likely, although again, trying to stay alive with the Mistcoil, the runaway, buying time for his team, but he is super dead.
Yes, Dazzle would try to save him, but he has a gem, so he needed to run back. They might even catch Dazzle, though.
They might catch Arteezy. He's in trouble also. Walrus Punch is there. He has the BKB, forced to pop it. Already they pull him back in. Arteezy in a ton of trouble. He gets Grave. He does have the Sunder, trying to walk away now. They're still living for the moment, but again, the shards. Just a thorn at his side as they pop out the ultimate. It turns it back around, heals him back up.
Yeah, Shadowfiend ulti did 0 damage. No one is in the range. It's still just, they popped everything they had just to kill Abaddon. Even Luna ulti, Shadowfiend ulti. And oh, Rosh just spawned. What a timing. If EG knows about it, they should definitely go for it.
And they might just check it. We got to keep our eyes on this, because the rest of EG is moving towards the mid lane. Although that being said, it looks like VGJ will also have an idea that Rosh is up. Tusk checks it right there. And, I mean, can they take it or fight around it?
They have no DP ulti. Okay, they know someone picked up an Arcane Rune.
Yep. Crit sees that Rosh is up. And it looks like they are going to try and take this. And again, like you said, no ulti. They can't do it, I guess, without Exorcism.
There's another gem on a Batrider. Yeah, AA bought, I think, 2 gems.
Oh, very
yeah.
Oh no, they walk forward, they catch Sylar though, and like you said, the gem is there, it spots them all out, and Crit's just gone. And, well, with that, VGJ Thunder should be able to secure themselves, Roshan.
He has a buyback, he's gonna do it.
Okay, they're buying back, they want to fight this one. TP in together, they can go for the smoke play immediately, but can they get there quick enough? Looks like the answer is yes.
No lasso, and if they have a timing on Luna ulti, they should know that it's on cooldown.
Shadowfiend ulti is back up though. They're just walking right into the pit right now, trying to find VGJ Thunder, who are deciding to retreat for the moment.
That's a full butterfly on Luna.
Yeah, that is terrifying.
Oh, double damage for Terrorblade.
Okay,
why
they're
not?
waiting. They're
why
doing
not?
it. Let's see if Arteezy has it in him right now. The Sigil is keeping vision over all of this. And close enough that he can pick up the Scotty. Fully completed Scotty, a DD as well on this Terrorblade. Are they going to be able to start the fight? Fear goes
That's
forward.
a nice wraparound.
They have vision though. They're walking forward into all of this. Walrus Punch down already. Arteezy trying to deal out all the damage that he possibly can. Ice Blast is going to go out, but he's BKB'd already. Sumail, they're taking down Fade. They take down that kill onto the Tusk, and
Double
immediately
damage,
walking
baby.
forward.
They should just go into Rosh Pit right now. Fear a bit too deep alone.
He gets punished heavily for that one. Godlike Sylar, and still the battle for Rosh can continue. They won't have Exorcism, but they do have buyback on the DP if they wanted to go for that. No more Lasso Other for 70 seconds as Arteezy's hitting away here. Metamorphosis, still a little bit of extra duration. They get the Meteor Hammer. It connects right now onto Sylar. Trying to take him down, and they'll find the kill. No
he
buyback.
has no buyback.
Oh my goodness, they might have actually done that.
Actually, Fear bought back, so they're gonna give Aegis to Fear.
Oh, Sumail, it takes a ton of damage. Rosh slam.
Where's the
Right
grave?
at that time, no grave. He didn't have the mana.
Because he used the heal. Oh, that's a big mistake.
All right, well, they ended up graving the other one, and now it's all falling apart for EG. They're in the pit. They end up getting the Aegis, and now they turn it around with the Sunder yet again, trying to slow down Kama. Can they get him? Yule Scepter lift up. That buyback from the DP looking pretty good. The Crypt Swarm is going to find the kill, but it looks like the rest of VGJ will escape.
They should just fall back and be happy with it. I mean, DP did not pick up the Aegis there, but she's not super farmed. Actually, Terrorblade managed to take both Aegis and Cheese.
Wow.
Had to pop the Cheese to stay alive.
Impressive play, and Dazzle has both of the gems. That was about as good of a fight as you could hope for
if you collect 4 gems, at 15-minute mark, you instantly win a game. That's one of the features unlocked.
One of the less known rules,
Yeah.
absolutely. It's a Shadow Fiend Orchid, and you know, thinking about this as it goes later and later, that has been a problem a little bit, is the Sunder from Arteezy. It's just such a powerful
Yeah, but
spell.
he has a BKB. I don't
Yeah, that's a good point.
understand what's it gonna do. I mean, you can silence the Abaddon, but ult is gonna trigger. They don't have Silver Edge. I mean, one of the combos to kill Abaddon is to silence him, plus use a Silver Edge to break him, so he can't use ulti.
Lacoste, talk to me a little bit about this though, because the score still reads 30-9. It's an 11,000 net worth lead.
It doesn't
How much
feel
did
like
EG
it.
bring it back?
That's all on Luna and Shadowfiend. I mean, the supports have a lot of farm as well. They need the BKB on a Batrider.
Right.
But the thing is, as seen in previous fight, this Aghanim Scepter on Shadowfiend actually kills all the illusions from Terrorblade, so he should wait until Requiem is popped, then use Manta Style and Conjure Image.
Well, and
Same goes for Luna. Once a reflection is used, it also instantly kills the illusions. And Terrorblade got to that level 20 minus 10-second reflection cooldown. That changes things a lot.
It's going to be something we need to watch out for, certainly. And you look at this, the Shadow Fiend trying to go for a refresher as his next item, thinking that they need to be able to burn through those and maybe lean on the Luna to clear through the rest of them, as Meteor Hammer making work happen, and Tower is dead. I mean, all the illusions are pushing out the side lanes too while this is happening. Like, EG are starting to siege the base a little bit.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like they have 10k gold lead. It doesn't matter at this point, especially since they have Aegis.
On enough gold for the Butterfly as well on Terrorblade if they want to. Like you said, that Battle Fury paying off.
He has enough gold to buy Butterfly and probably have enough gold for a buyback as well. Yeah, he needs to swap probably a BKB.
Maybe his boots?
Nah, I don't think he should swap a BKB. He should swap boots, yeah.
Or maybe even the Battle Fury, who knows? I guess you don't really need it that much for the fight.
Well, the more agility you have, the more move speed you have, plus you can use Flutter from Butterfly, so I don't think he needs boots.
Well, 30-9, 10,000 net worth behind, but EG getting into position to siege the base. With the Butterfly completed, this is looking pretty scary for VGJ Thunder. What's the most important thing in this fight right here that we need to watch for VGJ Thunder?
If they can get the hands on Dazzle with Batrider, that should do.
Radiant structures.
All right, Metamorphosis popped, the illusions dropped. Arteezy only has one more left. They're going to be able to throw out a silence now, but again, all the heals, the rest of these heroes, they're prepared to defend. He's going to walk up to high ground yet again, and Batrider pulls him back in. They couldn't get the lasso. They weren't able to disrupt it, but he's still living through all this. The reflection's going to do a ton of damage to all of the rest of VGJ Thunder. Arteezy stands tall, and now the tower's going to fall. The rest of them off to the side. They don't end up getting hit by that much of the Ice Blast, but the Exorcism is also used, and, well, again, some more heals coming through, trying to keep that Terrorblade alive.
They should fall back. It was a good play from VGJ Thunder to go on a Terrorblade who was in a front line. So he had to pop a meta if he wants to fight. Also, he needs to pop a BKB. So, I mean, once they kill him with Aegis, no meta, the hero doesn't seem that strong.
Yeah.
Same goes for Sven. that's not the best Aegis carrier, but he had to pick it up there.
Right. Oh, and maybe going to be able to find this cutoff here. They're walking forward. Yang, he's going to be found. Arteezy is there. They get off the reflection. Meteor Hammer onto the snowball. Not necessarily the best, but now the chase is going to come through. Crit able to get the blink away, and now they're a little bit out of position, trying to run these heroes down. The Ice Shard's going to be able to create enough of that separation. VGJ Thunder dodge a bullet there. That could have been disastrous.
Yeah, the Aegis is gone on Terrorblade. He still has one more slot once he swaps the Battle Fury.
Now, they have vision of him. This is a ward, they're right in front of him. They pop the reflection yet again. BKB down, they got control. Luna force-staffed away and still trying to get away, but they end up taking down the Tusk. And again, every time they leave the base, VGJ Thunder just get punished.
Yeah, did you see the damage? That's a full HP Luna just from the reflection, even though she popped Manta Style to get rid of it.
It just happens so quickly.
Terrorblade will need MKB at one point to counter the evasion coming out from Luna's Butterfly and Solar Crest on Tusk.
Courier is going on a mission right now to the secret shop, and Fear is there, doesn't quite catch sight of it, as it looks like a sheep stick has been picked up for the DP. And now this net worth lead that's slowly been dropping over the past while is looking more and more like it could be into the favor of EG in a one team fight. That's all they need, really.
Yeah, who has a buyback? Shadow Fiend and Batrider, that's it.
Luna just picked up a Satanic as well. So the reflections are working over there. And you still feel like finding Misery is top priority for VGJ Thunder pretty much.
Well, they can do what they did if they get hands on the Terrorblade, but he should be careful about the positioning.
All right, Arteezy walks forward. Tower is about to fall, and the first tier 3 tower of what could be a final game, if the momentum continues this way, is going to be going to EG.
Yeah, Rosh may respawn in a minute.
Oh, and DD is going to spawn top.
That's a third gem bought by AO.
He's broke as a joke, although he has been able to finish off a 4-staff at the very least, so all is not lost for the poor old AA. Butterfly, like you talked about, done. They have the Bloodthorn queued up next for Arteezy as well as the call comes for the DD. But a refresher is done also for the Shadow Fiend. What do you think about this build?
I don't know what to say. This Orchid is not doing anything. It's a slot plus some wasted gold.
Double damage.
I mean, they have a nullifier queued up as well next. So maybe the hope there is eventually you can disable them enough that you're going to be able to find the full kill, but before you can get anything off. But that's dependent upon, finding the nullifier before you can BKB.
That's a full Bloodthorn. That's one of the ways to deal with the evasion, but she can get rid of it with Manta Style and also BKB.
Yeah. Luna almost level 25. And Rosh gonna respawn in 59 seconds. Only a 5,000 net worth lead and still up by 20 kills. But EG have fully pulled this one back into their favor. At least close to it.
Terrorblade can still swap Battle Fury for another item, buy a Refresher Shard, and get Refresher Orb for double meta, so still continue to farm. Rosh is gonna spawn, what, in 30 seconds?
Yeah, but it looks like they might be going for a kill first. VGJ Thunder walking over to the side here by the remnants of their old shrine. EG, do they have an inkling that these heroes are over here? They're rapping, they're moving. Oh, they drop down a ward, they spot out AO, they're gonna find him, but he's able to get the 4-staff away for the moment, but this guy is super dead. They pop the BKB for the Shadow Fiend as well. And now Rosh is gonna be back up, and they're not gonna have AA for 60 seconds. He doesn't have a buyback.
Yeah, plus they need to leave this Rosh and fight after.
Oh my God, EG are pulling away with something magical here. They were down 15,000 net worth for like almost the entire game, it's felt like.
It doesn't matter, man, it's EG.
Lordy, lordy.
Third Rosh, so Refresher Shard, double meta, double BKB, double Manta style. Double blood, double Skadi, mind blown.
Double the stats, wouldn't it be something? But yeah, Terrorblade now looking large and in charge and moving down mid lane. How do VGJ Thunder stop this? Because I just don't see what it is. They've got answers for everything. Defensively,
I'm not sure they can. It's just a matter of time when EG decides to go all in.
Oh, and here we go. This might be all in. Sylar walks forward, only to get pushed back almost immediately. The reflection came out, now slowing down the Shadow Fiend as well. The tower, the barracks, it's all gone. EG, 43 minutes in, are going to finally take the first gold lead of this game as they take down the other tier 3 tower. Another reflection, they pull him back in. Immediately broken off. Arteezy standing there front and center, starting to deal the deeps, but Sumail down low as well. As ulti's going to be popped. The Sunder turns us back around. They're starting to bring him down low, but guess what? That guy's coming back again for second round. He's going to have Metamorphosis when they're back up again. Fear trying to get that little bit of separation. They take down Sumail. This is 2 actually dead. They didn't have the Aegis. He didn't end up coming back at all.
Where is Aegis?
It's gone. Fear is dead as well. What the hell just happened?
I did not see who picked up an Aegis. EG Fear actually picked up an Aegis. He went down pretty quickly, even twice. Oh, the buyback statuses. Yeah, you need to buy back on everything you have. It's Luna.
That's a 4,000, 5,000 gold swing. They're going to have to buy back on everybody. VGJ Thunder just said, screw your third Rosh. We are taking the game almost. This is, oh man.
They still have a meta so they can fight because of the Refresher Shard. It looks so good, the start of that fight. It was chaotic and the Luna dealt way too much damage.
Yeah, Luna is a monster right now. And again, another reflection's going to go out, but
I mean, they even canceled the lasso with the Forex shield.
BKB pops, moving forward. The Hex comes out, the Impale on it too. The damage is coming out a second time now, but they need to be careful of that Satanic. Fade, creating space for his team. A great play from the Tusk. And with those buybacks, EG need to get something big.
I think Terrorblade needs to sell that Battle Fury and get MKB. Bloodthorn is not a reliable proc chance, especially against Manta style and BKB.
And just like that, another 10,000 gold swing back into the favor of VGJ Thunder.
10,000 gold swing in like 30 seconds.
Now, Crit, again, going to push down this bottom lane and try and do what they can. I mean, they have done significant structural damage, but VGJ Thunder show that they push quite fast, too. Either team, if you win a team fight at this stage, the buildings are just nothing.
Arteezy says, you're wrong, Lacoste. I'm going to go for Satanic, which I'm going to give... that's even more survivability, especially with all the heals. After he swaps the HP, Dazzle's going to keep eye on him in these fights. If Terrorblade dies, pretty much Luna lives, this game is over. So the only one who he's going to grave is going to be Terrorblade.
Yeah, that is definitely the most important point to keep in mind is they need to wait for, I mean, can they even try and go for a push at this point, or do they just need to wait for buyback?
The buybacks are not going to come online for the next 6 minutes because everyone bought back.
That's the thing, like, do you risk high ground again for EG?
If they feel like they can win a game, which I doubt because they know cores on the side of VGJ have buybacks, especially Luna.
Yeah.
So I don't think they should take a fight right now. They should just try to stall it, maybe wait for the next Rosh. If they lose a fight, they'll lose a game. That's not the risk they want to take.
Well, and still a ton of gold on all of these heroes. You take a look at this Luna, 7,000 on top of basically a full 6-slotted inventory. Can still get the boots of travel, but...
Next Assassin has cheese. He should handle it over to DP.
Yeah.
She still has a slot. That's gonna be in...
oh, it's happening! All right, Rapier time, let's go!
Plus Sight of Eyes on Shadowfiend. The cooldown is pretty sick. 13 seconds.
13 seconds cooldown on that Shadow Fiend for his Sheepstick, and well, with maybe a surprise Rapier coming out from Sylar, although it is going to be revealed now. A ping comes out from, I believe that was Fear, so they do know about this. But, I mean, we saw how much damage that Luna did in the last engagement. can all happen again in an instant. Aeon Disc is done for the DP.
I mean, even if Luna dies, she still has a buyback and deals ton of damage.
Right.
No boots though. She's naturally fast, plus all the agility, plus a flutter for 400 move speed.
It's the way to be. So EG still holding on to this bottom side of the map as VGJ Thunder looking for their opening and feeling like it's going to be a while before we see any type of initiation. I mean, if you're VGJ Thunder, do you have to play this conservatively? Are you scared right now of what's going on with EG?
Well, they probably know they're in their forest, top lane no one showing, mid lane no one showing as well.
Yeah.
They should try to seek and force a fight because they know the buybacks are on cooldown, and if they kill a Terrorblade, that's game over.
Right. So hard to do that, obviously, with Nyx Assassin skittering around the outside of the map, and well, he does catch sight of Yang there with the illusion moving forward. Just dealing a boatload of damage.
Just a casual 700 CS on Terrorblade.
Crit, still stalking.
Radiant's bottom
Luna is
barracks are
there,
under attack.
but I don't think that they can really go for it. VGJ Thunder, like you said, gonna push the tempo, and with this Rapier, the damage to this tower is gonna be immense. The rest of EG is not here. They need to get back.
Damage. When it starts bouncing off tier 4 towers.
Oh my god, the buildings are just gone. They're going for the tier 4s. Where's the rest of the team? They need to get here and fight this. They're gonna walk forward. Sylar, they pop the BKB. They force them back yet again. A lot of damage in return as Sylar mans up now. Arteezy taking a ton of damage as well. They sheep stick him. They force him back. Still living for the moment. The Walrus punch. Do they have enough? They get him. They got him caught. And the Grave is gonna come out. That's gonna keep him alive for the moment. They get the Sunder, trying to turn, trying to deal the deep, but it's not quite enough. And KO on it too. They take her down. Luna's gone. Rapier on the deck. Fade is out of there as well.
Terrorblade is still alive. What a Grave plus a Sunder combo. Plus, that's a Divine Rapier. Where is it?
It's on Terrorblade. Terrorblade has the Rapier.
They need to buy back right now.
50 minutes into this, and with a ton of damage, they're going to need to figure out how to keep the BKB here. Rosh could respawn in 20 seconds, and it looks like that's where their eyes are at right now. Oh, maybe they just go down mid, though. Force out some buybacks.
Force a buyback on Shadowfin. Someone should keep eye on Rosh.
All right, this is one of those moments. Again, EG on the verge of moving to the grand finals. And VGJ Thunder are going to need a whole buyback status right now. Only the Shadow Fiend and the AA.
Yeah, Terrorblade needs to buy Refresher Orb right now. He does not have a buyback for the next, what, a minute and a half?
Yeah.
Well, he does not need to buy it. If
he's
Rosh is
going
to spawn, Rosh spawns 1 minute. That actually benefits VGJ Thunder much more.
God, and now look at the net worth swing that comes with that Rapier change. 45,000 net worth on this Terrorblade.
Welcome to 2018. You don't have to have boots past minutes 50 on your carry heroes.
As long as they're agi, it's all good. It's all gravy.
45 seconds until next meta. What did he buy? That's a refresher shot, Moonshard, sorry, on Terrorblade.
Yeah, he is stacked up right now and still waiting for that Rosh to respawn. 20 seconds away. Everybody's back up right now, but like we were talking about, the buyback status, it's only the Ancient Apparition right now that has it. 40 seconds before a lot of those heroes for the Dire have it back up, and that's going to be a tremendous power spike for them.
DP, oh, if DP somehow gets to level 25, the Exorcism grants haste.
Oh yeah.
That's also big deal. Possible catch if he fights.
Roshan
falling in a couple of seconds. Oh.
This Terrorblade does a lot of damage, and with that Rosh going down, EG again. This time they give that Aegis to Arteezy.
It's a double DP ulti.
Yeah, this is scary. So moving forward and into the bottom lane is the call.
Yeah, they gave Aegis to Terrorblade because he has a Divine Rapier, so they don't want to lose it.
Cheese is also there on the Nyx Assassin, who's going to go for it. They find the Shadow Fiend. They're snowballing into. Oh, this is going to be a disaster. Colin's going to fall. That's a hex onto the tags as well. They're immediately going to buy back, but that's 2 down and no Tusk for 75 seconds.
Yeah, the amount of damage from that Terrorblade. That's 700 damage.
God, level 25, he's going for it. The extra attack range, these buildings don't stand a chance.
Radiant's bottom barracks.
And moving into the base now, how do you stop this if you're VGJ Thunder? They don't have any money left, no money left for the rapiers. Buyback status again, it's nobody still has it.
No, whoa.
Oh God.
The extra attack range.
Yeah, this is insane. And Sylar just trying to keep them back, but
They should just give a refresher shard to Terrorblade. Yeah, he just dropped it. And go again.
All right, round 2, ding, ding, ding. It's all happening right here, right now, as EG want to finish this game off. Put themselves a spot in the grand finals. Rapier on the Terrorblade. Sylar starting to take the hits. He does manage to force them back yet again. A good bit of damage with the cleaves, but
Has fallen.
just nothing in comparison.
They want to take it right now.
RTZ walks forward, Impale. Good BKB coming out from Sylar, though, and that's going to put him out of position. That should be a kill. No, he gets the cheese off. Crit lives through that. Ice Blast, it's going to go out, but there's not nearly enough damage here.
Do they want to risk it and go all in it?
I mean, no BKB on Luna. It feels like it's the time. BKB gets transferred over for Arteezy, so he has it now in his inventory. He's going to walk forward. Walrus punches there. Kama pops the ulti. Isn't enough damage. The barracks already gone. Mega creeps have come out. Can they kill off anybody at all? The Hex is there onto Arteezy. Aegis still in hand. They're not even going to lose the Aegis as VGJ Thunder just looking for anything at all, but coming up empty. A Sunder as well to top him back off. And just like that, VGJ Thunder is staring down the barrel of Mega creeps.
I mean, they can still defend against the Mega Creeps. They have Luna and Shadowfin. Shadowfin does not have a buyback, though. He just bought back.
And everybody from EG does. Oh no, and they're walking forward again. Oh, we've seen this story before. Crit, he finds them. Impale onto 2. He caught them both. They're falling. They're dying. Kama trying to get out of there, but they're slowed down. Sylar to turn it. They do manage to take down the Terrorblade. All right, that's the Aegis. Maybe now they can find something else. But they're just going to walk away for the moment. And AO trying to run, but slowed down yet again. Poison touch. The late game poison touch. You never expect it, but it comes in handy. As everybody is still alive with the exception of Sumail for EG, and 3 dead, no buyback for VGJ Thunder.
Yeah, it's time to go right now, even though Luna still deals a lot of damage in these fights.
No metamorphosis.
But they have a Hex, so they can just Hex one and meta, how much time? 25 seconds.
They buy the refresher on Arteezy right now, and again, if they manage to get that Rapier, oh God, Luna caught yet again, starting to drop. Look at the damage from the own reflection of herself. Kama ran at also. Tier 4 tower is now being assaulted. EG, a date with Destiny here in the Philippines. They want to try and take this one. Another lasso trying to pull in. Crit is going to be able to find that 1 kill. Can they get any more at all? DP ulti is out. Arteezy large into charge. Turned into fight. Time to the kills and taking down the Ancients. Double kill, monster kill. It's all coming up them. GG is called as EG are in the grand finals.
Wow, what a game, man. This is the best game we've had so far in this tournament. I think everyone will agree. How much gold advantage did they have?
19,000. It was 15,000 going the other way leading into that, but apparently you can buy Battle Fury on any carry now and it doesn't matter. Lacoste, thoughts on that game before we throw it back to the panel? Anything that really stuck out to you?
I mean, the lineup they had, once they go 5 versus 5, it's pretty much impossible to team fight into that. Also, the split push that they were doing with Terrorblade and how they played, especially the meme hammer, it paid off. Look at the crowd loving the EG. We're gonna throw it back to the analyst desk. Maybe they know something better.
Absolutely. Send it back to the panel now for their thoughts on that one.
And send it back to the panel.
All right, there we go. That was a spectacular way to finish the day. Tsunami was like, wait for it, wait for it. Okay, we're finally here. But that was, I gotta say, all three of us were just sitting here watching the game, biting our nails. We had B-Cop on the ground floor as well, cheering for VGJ. But EG, yet again, just, I don't know how to explain it, guys.
I'll explain it. That's probably one of the most disrespectful games I've ever seen. They built Battle Fury Terrorblade. They had 3 healing heroes against an ancient apparition. They had Meme Hammer Nyx Assassin. And at no point were we like, I don't think EG can win this game.
Look at the fans. They want to cheer for EG. Mind you, for the people at home, everyone in the stadium was cheering for EG. That was something that we definitely noticed. There was even a tower. When EG was losing, they would take a tower and they would cheer. And VG Gaming, they would take a team wipe and it was silent.
The crowd definitely got behind VG Gaming against Spirit, but EG is just, special place in their heart. And they showed you here, games like this is what people love a team like EG for, to pull through a win like this. As much as it looks a bit like a comeback, it was one of those things where a lot of the game, it was actually still very winnable. They're down 30 kills to 9, down 10, 15K gold. They were still in a fine position just because of the nature of their lineup.
It was just that one push into EG's base. Crits Nyx Assassin on the screen right now, saving the game. If that Impale did not land, that may have been a game 3.
That was I love that from VG Gaming at the end. They killed and forced the buybacks, but they're in a very desperate position still because they're down a lane of racks. They don't match up in a 5v5. They buy the rapier. They go all mid. They know there's 3 heroes who use buyback who can't buy back. So all they have to do is kill a Terrorblade, and they win the game.
That close. They were that close.
Every clutch play needed to save him. The Grave, while he was hexed to allow the Sunder to come off. Even after the Sunder, he's still going to die until the crit Nyx Impale comes out. It was such an exciting game to the very end.
Yeah, Arteezy comes out looking like the star, but that's because everyone was throwing their spells on him. Like, even in the early game, like Sumail was constantly getting hassled, and Arteezy just had a smile on his face the entire time. Because time that Abaddon spends dead is time that Terrorblade is not spending dead. And then later on, Crit was pushing towers with a Meteor Hammer by himself. More space for Arteezy. Late game, you had Shallow Grave, you have Aphotic Shield. All this time that Arteezy just became unstoppable, ended the game with 906 GPM, but at no point did it seem like they were really that close to loss.
Yeah.
I know you guys at home, you don't want to listen to us anymore because Eri is ready on the stage to have an interview with EG.
Ladies and gentlemen, EG. I'm here with Arteezy. All right, here's what was happening. I was with Gods. We were watching the game, and we were thinking, oh, look at that, a lot of love. Geese. No. And I was thinking, okay, EG, no, I mean, VGJ's got this. And credit to Gods, he was just like, wait, and Tsunami as well. Well, no, actually, EG's in a better place to actually win this. But, on just a plain blunt question, how did you guys win that game? How did you guys win that game?
Well, I think from the very base of the game, like as soon as it started, we were very confident. We felt like if this game went late game, we would win. Of course, the progression to late game didn't go as planned. We lost almost every lane, or it looked like we're losing almost every lane. And we're just like not having a good early game, we're struggling. But we made some really good plays in the mid game. I feel like this is like one of the first times I can look at the replay and say we actually destroyed the mid game. Like the way we played was just, it was pretty amazing, honestly. It's pretty surprising too. We didn't practice that much, but we're still playing very coordinated.
And I can see it in your eyes. Look, you're hyped, man. You're hyped. That was such a. Did you guys enjoy that game? Whoa, man, best game of the tournament so far. But like you said, you guys played well. You said something really interesting off mic that you rarely say or you never say that we played well. Why do you say that?
Well, there's always some kind of mistake that we seem to make. I don't really look at the early game that much. I think it's very systematic and you can learn from it. But where the best teams win is usually the mid game. The best teams can lose early game and then just come back. You through superior movement. Just understanding the risks you can take and what you can do in the game. And like in this game, I feel like we took the appropriate risks. You know, it looked kind of bad. The score was like 39 or something. It looked bad, but I didn't feel like we could really lose. After a certain point, I felt like, you know, this game's ours.
How did you feel the moment, what was the first thing that went to your head the moment they bought Divine?
I felt like they were going to walk down mid. Like, that's like their play. Like, I saw this Luna just walking through the mid lane. So I'm like, okay, guys, we got to get back. They're going to just try all-in throne. And they did try, and it was super close. That fight was crazy. If we were a bit slower to respond, then we'd lose our throne because the Luna would just auto-attack it, and he would just BKB auto-attack it. So we were kind of fast to react to that. That's another good play we made. I don't know, it was kind of nerve-wracking, but I felt like as soon as BKB is gone from Luna, he's just going to die. So we just had to, especially because they're in our base, we see everybody. So we see like everybody, we can use that for our advantage.
Well, you know, RTZ, like you said, you guys destroyed the mid-game. You guys put on a hell of a show. Why don't you make some noise for EG, ladies and gentlemen? That was a hype game. And give it up for VGJ. VGJ putting on.
They're very good. The way they played early, they're like the best early game team in this tournament, I think.
That's great words. Ladies and gentlemen, RTZ, congratulations on that stellar win. Ladies and gentlemen, Evil Geniuses, good luck tomorrow. Thank you, RTZ. Guys, are you enjoying the show so far? Are we going to see you tomorrow? Let's end this on a high note, man. We got some great games today. I'm sure it's going to be even better tomorrow. To those at home, come through. Let's end this on a high note, man. It's been a wonderful day, too. Give yourselves a round of applause. Louder so the stream can hear you. There you go. It's actually pretty loud here, guys. To those watching, of course, online, it's actually pretty loud here. So do come down. It's been a hell of a show. EG with an amazing show, amazing match. And I'm sure we're all looking forward to tomorrow. But before that, we promised something. Hold on to